Portions of the following program may have been pre-recorded.
The following programs, views, claims, or ideas may not reflect those of WSRR Radio or WSRRradio.com. Viewer discretion is advised.
And now, we take you behind enemy lines with Lucas DeRazio and Dom Ferro on WSRR Radio.
All Browns fans will go to heaven where football season's never ending. The leaves have changed, smell it in the air. Where every morning is a Sunday morning, the grill is firing and the drinks are pouring. All Browns fans will go to heaven and our motel can go to hell.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio, nationally local, meaning we play your local bands on a national stage, coast to coast. This is your Cleveland sports talk show from Pittsburgh. I'm Lucas DeRazio, joined as always by Dom Ferro. We are recording this on May 7th, 2026. It's already May, Dom. It is May.
It is
May.
May.
The 4th be with you was this week.
Yeah,
Cinco de
I don't know
Mayo.
if we're allowed to say that, honestly. That
What?
might be like a
May the
copyright
4th or Cinco de Mayo?
May the 4th be with you.
Oh, okay.
I think that's like copyright.
Really?
I think so.
George Lucas is going to come for my ass?
I think so. He'll shut this program down.
Shut
right
this whole
away.
thing down.
Yeah. Cinco de Mayo, pretty good. I honestly forgot it was Cinco de Mayo,
Yeah?
but I went to Costco. And I was like getting salsa.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting quesadillas. I was getting like all this stuff, and I didn't put it together until one of them said like
The free samples you're saying. of
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. I wasn't buying it.
Yeah.
I was getting every sample though. And then one of them was like Happy Cinco de Mayo. I was like, oh, now it makes sense. But yeah, they're serving up some fire. So life hack for our Costco members, our gold members, our silver members, all the members, go on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. Were they sampling their Kirkland brand tequila?
No, I don't think they sell
probably
alcohol that one, right?
Really?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I guess the PA license.
It is weird with that
PA
stuff.
alcohol laws are weird.
Because I know there's some places you can buy alcohol at Aldi.
Yeah, in Ohio you can.
Yeah.
In Ohio you can buy alcohol at Aldi.
You can buy
get
weed.
liquor. You can buy weed at Aldi.
Well, you can just buy weed in Ohio.
Oh, do you imagine Aldi's selling out the pack?
I think like you'd have to get that because Aldi's like good quality, but it's like cheap.
Yeah, it would
Like,
be
you
like
have
really
to get-
off-brand.
Yeah.
Off-brand weed.
Because like you don't want to get the Walmart.
No, the Great Value weed would be crazy.
Certainly not.
You'd-
Kirkland Signature, you'd get it in bulk.
You'd have the Kirkland weed would be spectacular.
Yeah.
The Great Value Walmart brand, you'd be like, I can't feel my left arm.
Dollar Tree, can't move my neck.
Dollar Tree would be bad.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Dollar Tree would be like, I smoked the Dollar Tree weed and now I'm in Jabba the Hutt's palace listening to Jedi Rock. Yeah, I saw this TikTok
That's a good
about
one.
speaking of May the
Love that
4th,
song.
the like changes, all the different like edits that they made.
We've done a
from,
lot.
Like, re-releasing like the Star Wars movies, and
Yeah.
they're all worse in my opinion. Like I feel like they should just do the original stuff.
Yeah, there are some that are better. Like I saw some on Twitter. Like there was one that was just a Darth Vader line and he just said one word.
Yeah, it was like when
go.
he throws the Emperor off the thing and he says no instead of just doing it quietly.
No, but like in the re-release, he had like a whole like line.
Oh yeah,
Like in the original, it was just like get them. And
Oh,
then
okay.
And then the redo, it's like he says like a whole thing.
James
I feel
Earl
like
Jones was spitting on the redo.
like the new movies, they over-explain things. Like they think the audience is dumb, so they're like
I
they
feel like that-
explicitly state exactly what the characters are thinking and what they're gonna be doing.
I feel like that's all of cinema now.
Yeah,
Like it's
horrible.
way too like
They think everyone's
explained
dumb.
and everything for the audience, where
Yeah.
everything is like handed you on a platter. There's no subtlety anymore.
Yeah.
and symbolism.
And I think honestly, like,
dying.
it's dumbed me down because like I'm watching like Game of Thrones or The Sopranos. Like those are shows that don't explicitly state.
Yeah,
And like I'm watching them sometimes. I'm like I don't understand what's going on. Like, why
So-
don't they tell me?
if sometimes I'll understand it, sometimes I won't. But if I do understand something that's not explicitly said, I feel like the smartest guy in the room. I'm just like, y'all know why you did that?
get that.
I'll say that to my fiance all the time. I'll be like, y'all understand? You get why you did that?
The best is like I like watching The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Like the references are so old now.
Uh-huh.
Like if I understand one, I'm like, that's great.
Oh yeah.
That's that reference from 1965.
Whoa.
On that one. They throw it back.
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Family Guy will have some old ones on there if you
Yeah.
watch like the original seasons.
They have some that are like really, really dated.
Yeah.
Like that most people wouldn't understand.
Deep cuts.
Yeah.
Deep cuts in there. That's
For
what it's
big
all about.
brains. Family
Yeah.
Guy, Simpsons.
Family Guy's for only the highest quality of entertainment enjoyer.
Now, what do you think the higher quality has been so far? NBA or NHL playoffs? Let's get this show back on track.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched a ton of NHL. I've been watching a lot more NBA. The Cavs are in it. They're into round 2. They survived round 1, went to 7 against the Raptors.
Cooked them in Game 7.
Yeah, they did. They played very well in Game 7. Not in the first quarter. I will say the second or the back half of the game was a lot stronger for the Cavs in Game 7. It's really worrying because Game 1 and 2 they looked so strong. Harden and Mitchell both played great. Harden, the whole conversation around Harden when they traded for him was he's too old, like he's old, so he's not going to be not going to have the longevity that Garland's going to have. He doesn't play great defense, and he disappears in the playoffs. After the first 2 games, it was like they don't know what they're talking about. Harden's still got time.
Yeah.
He's playing great. He looked awesome. Disappeared in the back 5 games of the series. Through the first 8 games, actually, as we're recording this, the Cavs currently down 8 to the Pistons in the third quarter.
Harden with 8 points.
After the first game of the
For 11 from the field.
oh god, it's rough. But after the first game of this Pistons series, through the first 8 games of his playoff run this year, he had 48 turnovers. That's a lot.
I mean, that's kind of what he's known for. I think he has the NBA record for most turnovers in
I wouldn't
a game.
doubt it.
Probably most in a season. He's probably up there for like most all time.
He's got a lot.
Yeah.
He's got a lot, and it's not a good sign, especially when the Pistons are. A lot of people are calling them like one of the worst 1 seeds, and like they're overrated and all these different things. They're a regular season team. They're still a good team. You can't turn the ball over like that against them. They got a pretty deep squad with Cunningham and Jalen Duren, and now Duncan Robinson. He kind of brings that playoff experience to that team. But
yeah. I mean, the Pistons are a 1
Tobias
seed
Harris, of course, as well. Yeah, like you
for
can't
a reason.
Yeah, you can't sleep on them. They're a 1 seed.
And 1 seeds always dominate in the NBA. I think they'll make the championship game. Hate to say it.
I don't know about that. I mean, they did.
I don't think they're gonna beat.
They did almost
OKC.
lose to the Magic in the
They
first
did.
round. I mean, they were down 3-1 against Orlando, who is the 8th seed. They had to get there from a play-in game. They came back from 3-1. They did win it again. Now that's a Game 7 that you look at the final score and you're like, oh man, they blew them out. The Magic were up like 15 or 20 points.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, I think they scored like 10 points. Like they just went completely cold from the field.
Yeah.
They absolutely blew this game. I know they were on the road, and again, they're an 8 seed playing a 1 seed, but they had a great chance to advance in the playoffs. And I was excited for it because I much rather would have had the Cavs play the Magic in the second round than the Pistons. They played really good against the Magic all regular season. But the Pistons, not the only team to come back from down 3-1 in the first round. The Celtics, the 7 seed Celtics, come back from down 3-1 the 76ers come back from down 3-1 against the Celtics.
That's right.
After, in Game 1, they lost by 50. They lost by 50 to the Celtics. They come all the way back from down 3-1. Embiid comes back. The process is back. You got to trust it. Played very well down the stretch. After his first game back in the series, too, people were saying, like, he's a black hole on offense. He makes the team worse, actually. Comes back, has played pretty well. Tatum misses Game 7 as well. Sixers pull it out, 109-100. Beat the Celtics, and now they're playing in New York. Down 2-0 currently. That's going to be a tough series. I don't know if they'll have the gas after going to 7 with the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably where that run ends. But
I mean, I gotta say though, like it is a first round matchup, but like this is a huge game for Joel Embiid's legacy. That Game 7.
Oh, 100%.
Like it's like the most memorable things about Embiid are him crying after losing, like and getting turned into a meme, and then him getting or Kawhi getting the shot off on him, like the shot heard around the world. Those are the most notable things about Embiid.
And he's
hobbling,
chronically injured.
Yeah, but like him hobbling around, like being injured in Game 7, but still like making plays, and I think it's huge for his legacy.
I will say this was we were playing poker watching this game, And the conversation around the poker table was there's no one else who's had more experience playing after surgeries or being hurt than Joel Embiid has in his career. His entire career has led up to this point where he's playing off an injury. He like hurt both of his knees at different times in this game, got rolled up on, was hobbling around, like you said, made some clutch shots down the stretch.
Was he missed the first 2 games in the Knicks series? I know he missed game 2.
I don't know about game 1, but I do know he missed game 2.
But like he put it all on the line for that first series and beating the
Yeah, for
Celtics.
sure. I mean, he came back from an appendectomy. There was a lot of people who were saying that he wasn't even going to play because he had his appendix removed, just before the series started. And yeah, like I said, a lot of people didn't expect him to even play because of that.
I mean, I'd argue like Celtics, 76ers, that might be like one of the biggest rivalries in the Eastern Conference over the last decade.
Yeah,
the Celtics have dominated, but they've been highly contentious, I'd say.
Yeah, that's 2 cities too, like that are
Gritty.
close. They're 2 gritty cities. They're close. That's a fun matchup. That's a fun East Coast matchup you want to see.
Yeah.
Very good series. On the
Knicks
other
and
side,
76ers hasn't lived up to that yet. I was excited for that at the beginning, but
not yet. Now, last night they kept it close. The Sixers. I was watching this game after our rec league basketball game, also a close one. Lost
Really?
by 3.
No.
First loss this
who
season.
missed the 3-point
only
at the end?
Chris.
Come on.
Chris was coming off an ankle injury though. He was playing through injury. He was gutting it out there.
He's not Embiid.
No, but he played very well for a guy who didn't play
He still
last
put
week.
on.
He was, off the ankle
Banged
injury.
up a little bit.
I missed too many shots myself. And not to make excuses, but the team we were playing had 12 guys. We had 5.
That's the
So
problem.
we played all 40. We were a little gassed by the end of it.
They had
They had
plenty of
some
stuff.
bigs. They had plenty. They had a deep bench. So not to make excuses,
I
but
think
it's
that's
a regular
fair.
season game. We'll get him in the playoffs.
Guys are stretched thin.
Hopefully we'll get him in the playoffs.
Need to add to the bench.
That's what we do.
Where
We're-
was your bench?
We're an 8-man team. One guy's in Machu Picchu.
Hmm.
One guy had a late emergency, couldn't come because of something with his girlfriend. And then the other guy had a birthday dinner for someone else that he didn't know was Wednesday. He thought it was on Thursday or something. I don't know. Not
Yeah.
going to lie. Alex, if you're listening to this, I know you're not. A little bit upset with that.
Alex.
I personally would have skipped a birthday dinner for it and come for
For
dessert.
the win, of course.
Yeah. So, not gonna lie, I love the kid to death, but did let us down a little bit there. Over on the west side of this bracket, though, the NBA bracket, the Timberwolves beating the Nuggets in the first round in 6. I mean, I was shocked at this. I know that Ant-Man still, has that fire and has that aura about him, but I didn't think it was going to be enough to get by the Nuggets in the first round, especially, not having home court advantage. Jokic, kind of a little bit disappointing in this one, in my opinion. I don't know if he was a little more passive, it seemed like. They were letting Jamal Murray run a lot of the offense. There was some point where deep into like the first, maybe even at the start of the second quarter, in game 4 or 5, they were like, yeah, Jokic hasn't taken a shot yet. And I was like, for an MVP candidate, I understand one of the big reasons he is an MVP candidate is because he does everything else so well.
Yeah.
But to not even take a shot.
Get shot up. I mean, you're 7'4" or something. Crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you're that big, you got to be getting like anything.
Yeah, and I mean he's one of the best,
of all time.
One of the best of all time for sure, but like the best offensive threat in the league, and you would like to see him take a little more charge, but Timberwolves pull it out, especially with some injuries. Dante DiVincenzo goes down. Ant-Man went down for a little bit. Anthony Edwards came back though, and then they take game 1 against the Spurs as well, which again shocking to me. Now Wemby didn't shoot well. How about Wembanyama had 12 blocks in game 1 against the Timberwolves. He had a triple-double, and one of his stats was in blocks, had 12. Like I said,
That's crazy.
NBA postseason record. I mean,
he might get it done himself because I don't know any other Spurs player.
They got De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
I know that. They got
him.
Vassell. I believe they still have Vassell.
Don't know him. I've been watching more NHL. I watched a little bit of Lakers, Rockets, of course, the Celtics, 76ers, a little bit of the Cavs, so a little bit of that action. But
Cavs have cut it to 3.
Spurs is one that I'm actually interested in seeing. The Spurs Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Tied up 1-1.
Because this is kind of even
tonight.
even though I feel like we've been saying it about Anthony Edwards for a couple of years now, like he is still the future of the league, and Wembanyama obviously the future of the league. So I don't know if either of these. I mean, the Spurs I think have a chance to win the whole thing, but these are two teams to like keep your eye on. As long as they can keep their core together for the next 10 years, they could be teams to keep your eye on.
How about this? The Thunders and Lakers, they play tonight while we're recording Thursday. OKC is favored by 15.5 points.
Yeah.
This is a very lopsided series, one that I probably won't be tuning into too much.
You kind of have to tune into it just because of Bron. I mean, like...
Yeah, but I don't want to see him get swept, because that's probably... That's probably what's going to happen.
Well, in game one, they kept it close. If Austin Reeves scored more than 12 points on a terrible shooting performance, I think they would have had a really good chance in this one. But Austin Reeves, since coming back from his oblique injury, has been really bad, honestly, for the Lakers.
Bronny had to step up.
I kind of, as crazy as it is, I want to see Bronny get more minutes.
Why not?
Because a friend of mine sent the text that like there's something about Bron when Bronny's in the game that he elevates just a little bit more.
Really?
Like, you know what I mean? It's like someone said it's like a Papa Bear protecting his cub. Like you know what I mean? It gives that mindset where he's like, my son is on the floor with me right now. Like no one else in NBA history is doing what I'm doing. It kind of gives him that
dad strength. For sure.
Yeah, the dad strength comes out.
It's got to be unleashed a little extra.
You're exactly right. There's a lot of Bron fans on TikTok who are just praying. There's a lot of TikToks of them just being like, please, Bron. Please take me. Please, God, take me to the one reality in which LeBron beats the Thunder. They're doing like the Doctor Strange thing in Avengers. But they're like, there are however many realities. There's only one where Bron beats the Thunder. Take me to that reality. Make it this reality.
One of my favorite like tweets of all time is like someone tweeted like, what are you going to do once LeBron retires? And someone replied, he's like, yeah, I'm going to get a job, get a girlfriend, get my life in order. He's like, you're putting all that on hold for Bron?
Yeah, I saw that. It was like, what are Bron fans going to do on Twitter once he retires? Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a crazy stat for you. Ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Now, you're kind of a Jordan guy, right?
Yeah, I like them both a lot.
Who do you think is the GOAT, in your opinion? Right now, if you had to say one.
I mean, I'd say Jordan just because of the titles.
Okay.
And the runs that he went on.
You want to hear a crazy stat about LeBron? Now, there's a ton of... I also saw a TikTok today just listing off tons of crazy LeBron playoff stats over his career and just, again, cementing him. LeBron, in the last series, had more career playoff wins without Luka and Reeves than Michael Jordan won in his entire career without Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, but like, how many years did he play without Scottie Pippen?
Like 2, but still.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's that crazy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, people are always like, oh, Bron created these super teams and all this, blah, blah, blah. Like, Scottie Pippen Michael Jordan played with a Hall of Famer next to him for his entire career. And multiple, too. Like, don't forget Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve Kerr will be in the Hall of Fame as a coach and, probably not as a player, but still, like,
they had good teams.
Spectacular.
But you could argue that, like, the teams that they were going up against were pretty bad.
The Bulls?
bad in a
the Bulls are
in a scary way. The Bulls.
No. The teams that he was playing against, especially in the finals, don't even compare. Like, don't even sniff the teams that Bron played.
What about the Jazz with Karl Malone and John Stockton? Like, there's no team that LeBron played that was
better than them.
Probably not.
Really?
Probably
he didn't
not.
He didn't play against a better team in the Spurs, who had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard, and Danny Green.
I mean,
he didn't play against a better team.
The Golden
State play against a better team in Golden State, who had won 73 games and then in the regular season.
Yeah.
He didn't play against a better team in Oklahoma City, who had James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant.
The team was too young.
And Serge Ibaka.
Team was never
they were too young, but still, like, you just compare the teams that he played. You want to know another crazy stat? LeBron has more career playoff wins than the Bulls franchise. The entire Bulls franchise doesn't have as many playoff wins as LeBron does.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, the longevity of Bron is crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that he went to 7 finals in a row is crazy, but like he should have won more.
The thing is, he should have, and people say he should have, but again, the teams that he was playing, like that's my ultimate argument that I don't think anyone has an answer for, is the teams that LeBron was playing, not even just in the finals too, like even when he was young with the Cavs. Like,
yeah, those teams
he was playing to get to the finals in like the Celtics with Paul Pierce, KG, and Rondo and Ray Allen. Like, those teams might beat Jordan's Bulls. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe there's a chance. Like certain years,
there's some team, like there's a lot of really tough teams out there that LeBron had to go through that Jordan never. You know what I mean? The teams that Jordan was playing, like, wouldn't have even had a chance, a prayer against the teams Brown was.
What about the bad boy Pistons?
That's soft as hell.
Dwight Howard Pistons would have beat down.
I think Dwight Howard from the Magic would have beat anyone, would have single-handedly, Jameer Nelson and Dwight Howard would have beaten the bad boy Pistons. That Orlando Magic
2-on-5, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So stick here with
respect and Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm just saying I think that's a closer matchup than you think.
Two guys? Aaron
Aflalo, they had him too. They had some good guys on that,
okay.
on that Magic team.
Just saying.
I'm just saying that team.
I don't know about that one.
The Magic team was very good.
Dwight Howard was nice. Dwight Howard was real nice.
I'm just saying I don't think that if you match it up team by team and go by competition, level of competition, it's not even Jordan can't even sniff Bron. It's not, you can't hold his jock. All right.
Man, Bron never played Patrick Ewing.
Get out of here. I don't even know. Don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me. Stick with us here on WSR Radio and Behind Enemy Lines through the first break.
Based out of Chicago, Synergy Music Studio is built for artists who care about the sound of their music. From recording, mixing, and mastering to full production and live studio sessions, Synergy works hands-on to help artists turn ideas into finished professional releases. They support the Chicago scene and they welcome new artists anytime. If you're serious about your sound, start at synergymusicstudio.com today.
Independent music has always been about doing things your own way, not cutting corners, not chasing trends, and definitely not handing everything off to someone who doesn't care about the end result. That's where Hellbender Vinyl comes in. Hellbender Vinyl is Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant trusted by artists across the country. They work hands-on with independent musicians to make sure each release sounds right and feels right start to finish. Every project includes 5 free test presses, so quality isn't a guessing game, it's built right into the process. So, if you're serious about your music and how it's released, don't settle for disposable formats. Press it with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Calling it like they see it. Lucas and Dom are back on WSRR Radio.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines here on WSRR Radio, brought to you by our proud partners at Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbender is Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant, one of America's most trusted record pressing plants, perfect for local and independent artists just like the ones we play here on WSRR Radio who want to take their album release to the next level. Don't settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around the internet. Have a physical album release with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com. It is May. We are moving into the warmer season. Spring has sprung. We're getting geared up for summer. It's getting nice and warm here in the Berg, but it's
beautiful,
getting cold on the ice. Dom, the Stanley Cup playoffs getting underway now into the second round. Hurricanes currently playing the Flyers, who bounced the Penguins in the first round in 6 games. We watched the Sabres a little bit last night, beat the Canadiens at home in game 1. Avalanche are up 2-0 on the Wild in the West. Golden Knights tied with the Ducks of Anaheim, 1-1 in the West. Give me your breakdown of the Stanley Cup playoffs to this point and what you're liking. Who's your wagon?
Who do I like? I like I mean, the unfortunate thing is I like Montreal and Buffalo a lot. Buffalo, a team who snapped a playoff drought, like longest in North America. It was like pushing 20 years. Montreal, though, also likable as well. I just like a lot of their players.
Gotta like the Habs.
The thing with the Habs, though, is like they've got the most Stanley Cups in NHL history. I know they haven't won one in like decades.
It's kind of like rooting for the Celtics.
A little bit, except like the Celtics, like they're still good. Like Canadians have not been very
they
good
have not.
in the last since like 2000 probably. So both those teams are intriguing to me, though. Minnesota Wild down 2-0 on the Avalanche. That's unfortunate. I really like the Wild this year. Adding Quinn Hughes at the deadline. I think one of the best, if not the best, player in the NHL.
Yeah. I mean, he was spectacular in the Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah, without the Hughes brothers, get it done. But yeah, Quinn, I think, was better than Jack throughout the Olympics.
Jack's going to get all the glory because he had the game with the golden goal, to give that, seal them that gold medal. But Quinn kind of had that Mark Johnson type performance where really throughout the tournament and throughout the Olympics, he was a little bit better.
Yeah, I'd say so for sure. I think he's just different when he's on the ice. He's so fast. But unfortunately, on the other side, you're going up against the Avalanche, who have two of the best players in the AHL. Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar. Makar, unfortunately, is probably better than Quinn Hughes at this point, but they're close. So Colorado up 2-0. I think that's a death sentence for Minnesota, unfortunately. I would have loved to see them. But they get out of the first round for the first time in like a decade, beating the Dallas Stars, who are also a really good team. I think the shocker so far, though, is the Anaheim Ducks beating the Edmonton Oilers 4-2 in the first round. Connor McDavid went to Stanley Cups 2 years prior, lost both of them to the Florida Panthers.
That's right.
And then this year, you're hoping like maybe we can get it done. They make some moves. They trade their goaltender, get someone new in the crease. And unfortunately, it was the worst playoff performance the Oilers have had in years. Anaheim just was the better team than them. They're a much younger team, fresher team, and Edmonton just didn't have their wheels. McDavid played good, but yeah, just wasn't great.
After the Olympics, the Sports Center Instagram page, I might have said this on this show, but they really threw what's it? Oh my God, Connor McDavid under the bus.
Really?
Just blanked there on his name. They really threw him under the bus because they were like, Connor McDavid has had a rough last 2.5 years or whatever it was, and it was like Stanley Cups finals, lost. Stanley Cups, like 2 years ago, lost. Last year, Stanley Cup finals, lost. Olympic final, lost.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, SportsCenter's really killing this guy.
The thing is, if he like won half of those big time games, he'd be the greatest player. He'd be pushing like Gretzky level on. And no one's ever touching Gretzky. But he'd be in the conversation with like Lemieux for sure.
Really?
Like
higher than Sid?
Yeah.
Sid's your guy.
He might already be higher than Sid.
Wow.
I mean, I'm a Sid guy, so I'm going to say Sid. But the numbers don't lie with McDavid. Like, what he's doing in this era is...
How long has McDavid been in the league?
Sometime. He's probably, like, going into, like, his 10th year.
Yeah? Okay. I know he's obviously...
He's around like 30 years old. But, yeah, and he's been the best, like, ever since he came in the league. And, yeah, I mean, I'm a Crosby guy, but Connor McDavid is different.
Yeah, I do know that. And then I know they also have Leon Draisaitl, too. So they're supposed to be... Now, again, they've gone to the last 2 years they've been to the finals, right? The Stanley Cup final. So they've been knocking on the door. They couldn't get it done both times against the Florida Panthers. This was definitely an early exit that no one was expecting, and they were definitely not happy about.
McDavid will be going into his 12th season next year, which is crazy because I remember in high school, like, we'd like get like knockoff jerseys from like China. And like McDavid was he was like the fresh guy.
Did you get an Erie Otters?
I didn't get McDavid one. I never got McDavid. I got a Gretzky jersey. I thought that was cool. Some people got like a Austin Matthews was a fresh one back then.
Okay.
But now both those guys are like vets. Now.
Yeah, seriously.
But I was a Crosby guy. I had a Kessel jersey too.
Oh, Phil.
I was a Pens guy.
Phil the Thrill.
But Pens, unfortunately, go down also 4-2. They were down 3-0. And then they rattle off 2 games in a row. They're looking like a wagon. They're looking like they just turned the whole ship around. And then game 6, 0-0 game the entire time. Penguins are dominating, though. They have so much more possession, so many more shots on goal. And it was just like a weak shot in overtime from the Flyers. I mean, one was going to go in, after playing for 70 plus minutes. So you just can't put yourself in a whole 3-0 and expect to win. So I don't feel bad for the Penguins at all. It was cool to see them rattle off a couple games though. Better than a sweep to Philly.
Oh, for sure. Where do they go from here? How many years does Sid have left
I think Crosby might be 1 or 2 years.
until he retires?
Yeah, left on his contract.
Oh, okay.
The big
You
question
don't think
mark.
he'll go somewhere else, will he? He'll retire.
Crosby's
Penguin.
not going anywhere. The big question mark right now is Malkin.
Really.
Where
Another guy who's been a Penguin his whole career, right?
for life. Him and Letang are both guys who are questionable. They've been there for 20 years. And Malkin though, he said, yeah, I want to stay here a lot, but I'm willing to play for another NHL team,
Okay.
which would be crazy to see. Seeing that guy play with Crosby for 21 years. And
I mean, they're living in this city now for the last 8 years. They're gods in this city.
sure.
Malkin, Crosby, Ben Roethlisberger, and Roberto Clemente. But now Skeen.
well, there's a lot of there's more than that.
No, I know.
Green,
Like
Lemieux.
the
Troy.
big names. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's definitely more.
I'd say Ben is I don't know. He might be 5th best Steeler all time.
well, all time, yeah. But right now,
They do love Ben.
they got. I mean, you know what I mean. He's still they throw a parade for him if he walked in the city today.
Yeah, I think I'd do that for Troy.
I mean, I'm sure people would love Franco Harris a little bit more, but I hate to break it to you, but he's not walking into the city.
He's no longer with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Troy Polamalu isn't walking in either, just because I don't think he likes the Steelers too much.
Yeah, what's up with Polamalu?
I just think that the Steelers knew that he didn't have what they needed, and so they're you can either retire or find a new team. And he was so loyal to the Steelers that he just retired.
Really?
And he didn't like that. I don't think. I think he felt like he was forced out. That's what I've heard.
Then why didn't he go somewhere else? Just because he's
just a loyal guy.
Hawaiian.
He's just the man. He's my goat
Yeah.
for Steelers.
He's your favorite. I know he's your favorite.
And honestly, the best. The stats don't tell everything about Troy.
No, yeah, oh yeah. He's a guy who made huge impact
Behind
outside.
plays.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable.
Who are the gods of the city in Pittsburgh that you think are untouchable?
It's certainly
You think about those for every city. I feel like they're we could do a whole episode about
For
that.
sure.
Just the sports gods of different cities.
City. That's a good idea. I'd say 100% Lemieux and Clemente,
Yeah.
and then I'd say Mean Joe Green,
Okay.
and then
I mean, Bradshaw's got to be up there a little bit, right? I mean, it's tough back then because the quarterback wasn't what the quarterback is now for Pittsburgh, and for the NFL as a whole.
for some reason I don't think Bradshaw gets as much love as he deserves.
He walked out at the draft. They were giving him.
Yeah.
They were giving.
But
him
I feel
some
like the
love.
pop was bigger for Ben,
Yeah.
just because.
Was Ben at the draft?
Yeah, they both came out at
Oh,
the
I
same
didn't see
time. They're
that.
here's two quarterbacks, and when Ben came out, let's go.
Yeah.
And then Terry. I mean, Terry got a big pop too. I can't lie. But I'd say, I don't know, Crosby or Terry. Which one would be higher?
Ooh, it's got to be Crosby, especially because of the recency bias. A lot of the guys who were watching, especially if he walks out to a crowd right now, a lot of the guys who were watching Terry aren't going to be in that crowd, whereas a lot of the people who are watching Sid are going to be in that crowd.
Yeah, I'd be way more hyped to meet Crosby than Terry.
Then Terry's
cool.
Terry's
Like
great.
character.
Sometimes when I see him on TV, though, I'm like, he's losing his mind.
I just wonder how much longer he's going on TV. I don't want to see him go out like Corso
Yeah.
because that wasn't pretty.
No, it was not.
But Terry, I mean, he's entertaining for sure, and
Yeah.
he lasted through all the. There's been so many changes on that desk, and he's been the one consistent.
Yeah,
guy.
he's had some health issues. He's battling through it, which is good to see. But,
Shout out Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, I never loved him just because he was a Steeler, but
I mean, from the '70s though.
couldn't support him. For Cleveland, those gods of the city,
Yeah,
LeBron,
yeah.
no one's touching him. And then obviously the Browns have just been so bad. Jim Brown would be the only one, but he's
Oh,
passed away now.
The lineman.
Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
Joe Thomas is the big. That's the thing about Cleveland. It's so sad that our number one best player in franchise history, other than Jim Brown, excuse me, is a lineman who, never, I don't know if he ever had a winning season. If he did, he had like what, 1 or 2 winning seasons.
Yeah, that does hurt. But he's like the best of his era.
Jose Ramirez now.
I was going to say Jose.
Jose is the big one for the guards. And there's been some other guys, but
Bob Feller.
Feller, of course. Oh, my dad is the number one Bob Feller fan. He has a Bob Feller jersey.
Yeah.
I've got a picture of him posing in front of the Bob Feller statue outside of Progressive Field, hitting the same pose as the old man, 19.
I think the big question is where does Kyrie Irving go?
Kyrie is really, see me, like I would kiss his feet right now because he hit the shot to put them up against the Warriors.
There are a lot of Cavs fans who don't like Kyrie.
I think the way that he left was upsetting, and I think there's always like the what if of if he would have stayed and if him and Bron could stay together and like if they could have won another one and if they could have retooled around them and all that stuff. But in Cleveland, there we have such low expectations. I feel like the fact that he won us one at all, it's kind of absolves him. And now I think too, like the time has passed, healed some of the wounds, like the fact that he went to Boston and like one of his big quotes was like, yeah, you're in Boston, you're in like a real sports city. Like that, I know that really hit Cleveland fans to their core where it was like, oh man, like screw you. They're like, this is a sports town. Like that's all we got is sports. Like we don't, you know what I mean? It's not a big city. Our biggest export is sports, kind of,
Yeah. Well, I know Kyrie wouldn't say it, but I bet he regrets leaving Cleveland.
I think so. I think he has
Things didn't
said
go
it on
very
a
well in
podcast.
Boston.
Yeah, things didn't go well in Boston. Now he hates Boston.
They hate him.
Things didn't go great in Brooklyn either.
Yeah. Now he's on the Mavs.
Then he went to the Mavs and things looked up for a little bit just because it was him and Luka. Then he battled injuries and Luka went away. Is he still? I mean, he's still on the Mavericks, right? I don't think he played at all this year.
Yeah, he's still in the Mavs. I don't know when the last time he played was. What's crazy to me is like in my head, it's like, oh, he's like his career is over.
Yeah.
Like at this point. But when he came in the league, like Bron was already the man.
Yep.
And he had been in the league. He had been the man for like a decade before that.
Yeah.
Or maybe not that much. Half a decade before that.
Yeah. No, about a
And
decade.
LeBron,
He was drafted in 2012.
Yeah.
Brown was in the league for 10
little
years
more,
once he
yeah.
got there.
And I'm like, LeBron could keep going.
Yeah.
Like he could play next year and he'll be right back in the same position he is now. Like
Kyrie
top 30
definitely has had
playoffs.
worse. His injuries have been
Yeah.
worse though than I mean LeBron. That's the other thing about LeBron. People are like, oh well, his longevity is one of the biggest reasons why all his stats look good. It's like, yeah, that's something. That's a skill.
Yeah.
That's a practice and a we're getting back to the LeBron talk. I can't stop. Like that's a practice and like an ability to every day wake up and be like, I'm going to take care of my body. And like, I know people are like, well, he's a millionaire and a billionaire. Like he's got all the money. Like
Yeah.
the fact that he still is waking up and doing it every day and not resting on his laurels and being like, having that
Not eating a Big Mac.
strive for greatness. Yeah. Not being in a McDonald's commercial with Larry Bird for a Big Mac, even though he was in a McDonald's commercial with Dwight Howard doing dunks. That's a skill. Like that is your greatest ability is availability sometimes.
For sure.
And he's, another crazy stat that someone said about his playoff career, never missed a playoff game.
Wow.
Has never missed a playoff game.
Now, has he ever like gotten hurt in a game and then left early?
He did. Now I remember against the Spurs, he missed some time in like a fourth quarter because he had cramps and I remember the AC was out in the Miami arena and like that was a
forgot
big
about that,
conversation
yeah.
and all the boomers were calling him soft.
Yeah.
And,
Completely forgot
but he's
about
never
that.
missed a game.
Yeah, I remember people were like, Bron couldn't play because it was too hot in there. Man, back in my day, we played in a barnyard with no AC.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, you weren't playing against Tim Duncan and Manu.
During the break, I said another tweet reference. So it's just like a Lucas said, like eighth man off the bench does some crazy layup, and Boomers would, if Jordan did that, Boomers would have said it was the day time stopped.
Yeah.
They
Like-
just love him. I like Jordan too.
On a night-to-night basis, things happen in the NBA from guys you've never heard of that if Michael Jordan would have done it, they would have showed it for the next year on SportsCenter. Like
They would have put it
every
in the
day.
Last Dance.
Yes, it would have been in the last. They would have made a whole Last Dance episode about it.
What do you think about the Last Dance being Jordan propaganda?
I mean, it is, but it's also like when LeBron retires, there's going to be a 30-part miniseries about it. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to have, it's going to be a TV show about LeBron, and it's going to be 4 seasons. Like, it could be.
The thing though
10
about
episodes
Jordan was like I feel like he was more mysterious. Like you're seeing LeBron on Bob Does Sports.
Yes, but I've said this before too. Like, that's not LeBron's fault. He's a victim of the time.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Jordan didn't have Twitter,
But
and they didn't have, you know what I mean? Like,
Jordan could have a Twitter right now.
yeah, and you know what's on Twitter right now of Michael Jordan, him pinching that little kid's butt.
That was like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
And people
exactly.
moved on from that really quick.
Well, yeah, people move on from everything. The news cycle's faster than ever. You kidding me?
Remember when like him crying was the biggest meme?
Yep.
You don't see that anymore.
You'll see it. It's out there somewhere.
I haven't seen that in years.
It's out there
I
though.
haven't seen that since the first Trump administration.
Yeah, because there's new memes cranking out every day.
Yeah, but that's a classic.
Yeah. LeBron's got a lot of classic memes too. LeBron's a better memer all time than Jordan. He's
Is
the
he, though?
goat of memes.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
I think he's more like, yeah, he's funnier, but he doesn't have better memes.
Up early watching Tom and Jerry. You ever seen that?
Yeah, that's just him. That's just him being funny. That's not a meme.
I love that. Up early watching some Tom and Jerry straight face.
I mean the
staring into the camera with baby Bron.
the best is oh man, what is it? I
mean-
completely blanked on it.
I mean, there was a video of
Oh yeah, when he says smiling through it all, can't believe this is my life.
in the pool
Yeah.
with his hand on his head. Oh yeah, that's a great one. I love that one. That's such like a white girl post.
Yeah. He
I
was
loved
on some stuff back then on Instagram.
I love him.
The man.
I love him, and that's how we're
Is
gonna.
this is he doing a retirement tour though?
No, he said he doesn't want to.
So he's done this year?
No, he's not done this year.
Certainly
but
not.
That's
He's
what
waiting for Bryce.
That's what people were saying. He's gonna wait for Bryce. That's what people were saying at the beginning of this series, was that it came out that he didn't want a retirement tour. So people were like, this could be the last time he plays. Like, if he doesn't want a retirement tour, he could just, retire any day then, pretty much. And I said the fact that Reeves and Luka were both hurt, and now like they're still playing without Luka, like he's gonna owe it to those guys to give it one more run, at least one more. And the way he's playing, he's got another 5 years in the tank.
I mean, he's got to play like he played this year. Like he didn't. How many games did LeBron play this year?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Like,
a good amount. I don't know if he met.
But he missed like the
minimum
first
for
like
awards. You got to play 65. I don't know if he got to that many, but
he missed like the first like 10 games of the year.
I'm sure. Yeah, he probably did. But
Right, he played 60 games.
yeah, 60.
So I'm hating.
Yeah, you're tripping. You're hating. Don't
But
be a
I really
LeBron
think
hater.
he should like play like 50 games next year.
Yeah, I mean,
just save it up for the
and
playoffs.
there'd be no excuse not like for him. You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't have to make an excuse. He'd be like, I'm 43. Like, yeah, I'm only gonna play 50 games.
I mean, I guess like he did miss like decent amount of games. Missed what 22,
23, 22. Yeah.
22 games, and then also like when he was on the court, he was probably averaging the least amount of minutes of his career. Like
I
he
don't know.
played different this year during
We'd
the
have to look
regular
at
season.
stats. We'd have to look at it, but he's still the best.
Yeah,
Don't try to take down my glorious king.
he didn't play against Ewing though.
Get the hell out of here. Behind enemy lines, back after these words from our lovely, lovely, lovely sponsors.
The following State of the Union is brought to you by WSRR Radio in partnership with GenericClothes.com.
My fellow Americans, for weeks now, people have been asking me for the files. They want the truth. They want the names. They've said, show us the names. Well, today I'm going to do just that. These are the files. Page 1, we have it on good authority that was sending to. We know this because of his involvement with terrible guy, honestly. Of course, this means, unfortunately, and were also involved due to communications between and investigators believe may have known about as early as 2001, terrible year, which raises serious questions about and whether or not, and regrettably,
There's a time for details. Your clothing brand isn't it. Nobody cares about those details. Get to the point with GenericClothes.com.
Playing the ball where it lies. Lucas and Dom are back on WSRR Radio.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio, brought to you by GenericClothes.com. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point at GenericClothes.com. Dom, you recently did some digging.
Something weird, I'd say. You said it. When I texted to you, you're like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to lie. That was my first thought, but
And you made me think. I was like, yeah, why am I doing this?
a couple weeks ago, the draft was here in Pittsburgh. Me and Dom, as you know, if you are a serial and religious listener to the show, we went down to the draft, interviewed some diehard fans, in not preparation, but in post of this.
Yeah, this was after.
Dom decided to go back and watch the 2005 NFL draft, the first round of the 2005 NFL draft.
Well, because, like I had a little bit where I was watching like old NFL games and I was into that. And then I stopped watching those just to like fully get prepared for the NFL season, to not like have any NFL action. And then once back, I'm all the way in. But I was like, I need something. I want to watch something old. And I saw a tweet. It was like the first year that Roger Goodell was the commissioner of the NFL draft, or the first round of the NFL draft, took 6 hours. 6 hours. Which I'm like, how is that even possible? Even if 32 teams have like 15 minutes, it still seems like things aren't adding up. But anyway,
I feel like there's those times always where it'd be like the pick is in, and it would say that for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Other team's clock didn't even start yet.
And I was like, just wondering, like, what were like the analysts like doing to cover all that time? Like
they were working hard,
going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like they had so many like video packages on every single player.
Uh-huh.
And like in the draft now, you just don't have the time to really get in depth, especially in the late rounds. But so I checked it out. I only got through like part 1. I didn't even finish part 1. So I clicked on part 1. It's 2 hours long. I skipped to the end just to see like how many picks. There's 10 picks in the first 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Which, that kind of clocks.
I remember, I mean, like even now, like you said, the first round takes like 2 hours. I remember in like 14 maybe?
Yeah.
When the year that Johnny Manziel got drafted. He got
Up all
taken
night.
at the 22nd pick.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being in bed when it happened. And I mean, I was also in 8th grade, so like my dad was making me go to bed.
Yeah.
But like, I remember being like, it's way too late for me to even, like, I was like up on my phone being like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be up right now. I should be asleep.
Had to see where he's going. Yeah, I remember that. Like, I feel like I never saw like the last like 12 picks of the draft.
No,
back
I'd
in
wake
the
up
day.
in the morning and be like, who got taken?
Yeah.
By
That
the
was
Super Bowl
always kind of
champ.
fun. But yeah, teams had 15 minutes per pick, and they took every single second of it. Like there was never like like 4 minutes left. Like no, they were taking every second.
They've
the other
cut that
thing,
down to 8, right?
yeah, 8 minutes, which I think 10 was a good spot.
Yeah.
I could use it a little more dragged
I'm
out.
fine with 8.
But it was in New York,
Always.
which it used to be every single year. But this year they had like a stock market open, and they were having like the prospects who were Aaron Rodgers and Alex Smith,
Yep.
2 other guys. They were having them say like really corny stuff like related to the stock market.
You sent it to me. I liked it. I thought it was hard.
It was like he's like, if you're gonna take an option, take one on me.
Yeah.
Be like, they were just like trying to relate to the stock market. It was really bad, really
He was
bad.
like, I'm a good long-term investment.
Yeah.
Low risk, high return.
And then after the open, it like gets you fired up, and then it cuts in, and you're just in like a hotel, like
Yep.
convention room, and there's like 150 people there. But it's the biggest like NFL sickos in the world. Like they're all dressed up, they got like masks on and hats, and it's unbelievable. And then the other note that I had here was that everyone, or not everyone, but way more people had nicknames back then.
Yeah.
Within the first 10 picks, you had a guy named Cadillac.
Cadillac Williams, that's a great name.
And you had a guy named Pac-Man Jones, which they would include like their nickname in parentheses. I'm like, why aren't there more nicknames for these guys when they get drafted? And then you don't see that anymore.
There are some the nicknames have fallen off a cliff. There's
Like,
no
now
good
they just
ones
name
anymore.
them that.
Yeah, now it's just like or just the names in general are
Yeah.
crazy. But there are some that like they're named something and then you don't even think it's that crazy, and then it's like, yeah, that's not even his actual name. Like
That's
Debo
true.
Samuel. Debo's not
Good
even his
point.
actual name. You know KC Concepcion, you know why they call him KC?
His Casey.
His name is Kevin.
He didn't like
But his initials are KC, Kevin Concepcion. So
That's
they called him KC.
Yeah. No,
for his last name. So technically, KC Concepcion means Kevin Concepcion.
Interesting. So now I think they should put their real first name in there,
Yes.
and then put their nicknames in parentheses.
Yes, I
that's what we
agree.
need to get back to. I was mistaken. And then the last note that I have here, Chris Boomer Berman, when Pac-Man got drafted, or no, before that, when they were talking about the prospects, that Pac-Man got his name from gobbling up milk from a bottle and whatever else was shoved in his face.
I like that. Pac-Man, he's eating.
Boomer Berman, he was the man.
Boomer's, yeah.
He brought some action that
Chris
you don't
Berman.
get him.
I don't know. Did you ever play the 2K5 football game?
No,
The
I feel
NFL
like
2K5?
clip where he's got like the halftime
He
show.
went the halftime, dude. I would loved that.
It's pretty
It was
great.
amazing. Like I used to play that game all the time when I was like 7. I was terrible at it, I'm sure. I remember I would play with the Ravens for some reason. Or no, my brother played with the Ravens because he would play as Jamal Lewis and he would truck dudes every play. But yeah, Berman had a good halftime show.
With those video game things, like I've seen that before, like on YouTube. I'm like, that's awesome. Like they need to bring that back. The thing is, like if they did add it, I'd see it like 2 times and then I'd skip it right away.
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I watched it all the time, but I was 7, like I said.
But
so.
I feel like they were like more in depth with that. Maybe
They were. And I felt like they were, like they kind of try to do the similar thing now with the Madden where they've got Chris Hansen doing like a red zone
the
style
weekly
thing.
recap. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all right, but like you never really watch it.
But the thing is with those, like they're just like scripted plays. Like they're not play.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. They're all scripted plays, but like you'll see like the same clip in the weekly recap.
Really? I've never noticed that.
Like, if you watch it like every week, like they'll just put in like the same stuff. I saw that play in week 4.
There's been like 3 different times now where I've like since buying Madden 26 where I've like tried to play it and like really bought in, and every time I'm just like
it's not good.
It's just not good.
Yeah, I went
It's
through a
not
little
good.
phase this week where I was playing. I played like a season franchise. I'm like
with the draft. I was like, oh, the Browns got new players. Like I'm gonna restart a season and we have the rookies and have KC Concepcion and
put those
Denzel
guys in
Boston and Taylon Green. I downloaded a roster.
Oh, okay.
And I was playing with them and I was just like, I played the first year and it was tough and I kind of liked it because it was hard because like Shador's bad.
Yeah.
And he's a 70 overall and like it was tough. By the end of the season, which by the way, playing that really embolstered my thought that I said to my family on draft night, but I didn't say, or draft weekend, but I didn't say on this show that Taylon Green is such a good pick for the Browns because their quarterback situation is so bad. He might be the starter by the end of the season. Like, I think if you could bet whether or not Taylon Green will start a game for the Browns this year, I think that's a pretty good bet.
Maybe. That'd be tough to find that.
I mean, like, I think there's a good chance they're 5-10, and they're like, why not throw him out there for the last two games of the season? I do think he's going to get some snaps and stuff, but that was how my franchise ended. Now we weren't 5-10. We had a little bit of chance, but at the end of the season, I was like, let's throw him out there, and he played all right.
I mean, especially in Madden.
Yeah.
He's a perfect Madden.
Exactly. He's 95
exactly what
speed
you-
or something like that. Like, you got to toss him.
Problem is that quarterback room's too crowded. Like if Shador goes down, then who gets in?
I still think that there's a high probability that Dylan Gabriel's no longer on the roster by week 1.
I was gonna say that he's the next man up.
No, it'll be Deshaun, and Deshaun might be the day one starter too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Either way, I still like the Taylon Green pick, and I do think that if you can find that on Kalshi or anywhere, I would take that. I would throw a couple bucks on that. I
If you
feel
have
like
a
the
gambling
odds on it are
problem,
pretty
call
good.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a gambling problem,
Then
and you
hammer
wanna
that.
win some money. Hammer
And
that.
go crazy.
That's exactly right. Thank you guys. Hammer also the overs for viewers on this episode because we just put out another absolute banger.
I'm taking the over.
And thank you guys for listening to WSRR Radio and Behind Enemy Lines, your Cleveland sports talk show from Pittsburgh. Join us next week where Dom's going to do the whole show with his shirt off. We're not going to do a video or anything, so you won't be able to see it, but you can listen to it and just know that his shirt's off.
It's happening. Peace.
The preceding program was a sponsored production. The views, claims, and ideas expressed may not represent those of WSRR Radio.